like to call to order a special session of the Board of Works for November the 14th, 2022. Can I get a roll call, Mr. Fetty?
Board Member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
We got President Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, we have one item of business to address today, and they've been trying to hire an EMT. Go ahead, Jenny.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, Rick Clark and I have been working to hire a EMT paramedic, and we do have a candidate that we'd like to recommend to the board. We'd like to allow or request also a one-time exception for him. The way that the job bid is written, that they do need to be enrolled in paramedic schooling and be able to obtain within 90 days. This candidate is enrolled, however, he will not be testing until the end of May. So we'd like to ask for an extension on that 90 days for this, for a one-time exception for this candidate.
Also in the agreement, Dell, we'd like to have that if he doesn't obtain his licensure by June 15th, that he would, that his employment would be terminated.
Okay.
If that's possible.
One question I would have, if I remember speaking with you, Mr. Clark, you had 3 applicants. None of the other 2 had the qualifications you needed?
We did in fact offer to the first candidate, and he was unable to accept the position due to some financial reasons.
Okay.
The third candidate was also a paramedic who did not have life squad experience that we needed. He was working at overnight medication testing facility around Dayton, so I felt like he really wasn't qualified that we needed, working with EMS experience. So the other candidate, I told Jenny that I'm really comfortable with. He's one of our part-time persons now. He also works for Aurora Life Squad, so he knows the system, he knows the terminology, he knows the radio, he knows the ER, he knows our system, and we can plug him in right away.
Do you guys, how long has he been on your roster? Because I've got my updated one from you. What's his actual name here? Can we say that?
Jason Willoughby.
I don't know his exact date, starting with us part-time, but I've known him for years.
Not on that one.
I would, my guess would be 6 months or less, right?
Yeah.
Those are the last 2 that we hired.
Yeah, I would say that's correct from doing payroll.
Yeah.
So he has been with you guys for 6 months, is what you're saying?
6 or less, around
Okay.
the summer.
And so what we added to the last job vacancy is that we asked him to have that within 90 days. Now we're just, for this individual, because it sounds like me, you have no other candidates, you're asking to extend that to where this individual will actually graduate with this certification.
Mm-hmm.
That is May, it'd be June of 2023.
Correct.
It goes beyond the 90 days.
Right, right. I get that. I understand. I mean, it's, you guys have hired, and I've tried to go back through how many different people that's moved on and as an EMT from Lawrenceburg to other places, and trying to fulfill them, so.
Sir, it's getting a little tougher.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to derive at here. It sounds like to me it's getting tougher, and this is the only way. It sounds like to me right now it's the only way we do it. It's not the way I'd like to see it done, because we're actually extending something that we already extended last time.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, other than that, I don't know what we're going to do. You know, if we don't do something, because we're probably replacing Mr. Beckett, correct?
Correct.
Because that's the last one to leave.
Yes, sir.
You're just going to keep spending money on overtime to fulfill those positions, or using your part-times, I guess, right?
Correct.
Well, if this is the second time we've done this, that for 90 days, well, maybe we ought to look into extending it permanently 6 months or something, make it easier. Changing it.
That's a good thought, but hopefully we won't be going through this very much anymore once we get, but I understand we.
You hope not.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hope
mean,
not.
Really, you can't. They can always go other places. That if you have the certifications.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, sir. Interestingly enough, 3 of our part-timers are also in medic school, 3 other folks, so hopefully in the future we'll have those skills to rely on and those certifications coming our way.
So this person would be able to work a full-time schedule?
Yes.
Now, will they be getting the pay of, what is it, $28.59, even though they're not?
75%.
75%.
Yeah, they start off at
Until they
75.
get to so many
Yes,
days.
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I think the parade's going on.
That's all I really had.
That's it.
It's not ideal,
No, it's really not.
but it's, I think we're in a sort of a pickle. And, you know, this is common around, I was at my last mayor's roundtable, talking about the same thing. People can't get applicants for, you know, police, fire, and EMS. They can't get them. It's hard to believe.
You feel confident that this individual will fulfill this obligation here?
I do.
Yeah.
Him and I've talked about it a little bit offline, and he wants to make a career here, and I've ran with him, and I trust him, I've known him for a while, so hopefully it doesn't, you know, hopefully it turns into something really good for the city for a long time.
Well, if no other questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve the hiring of Mr. Jason Willoughby
Yes.
with the exception, the one-time exception of being able to obtain his paramedic license by June 15th. And if he doesn't have it by June 15th, then his employment would be terminated. Is that a good way to word that, or?
Yes, sir.
June 15th of 2023, correct?
Yes. Yes. Motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second, Mayor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Anything else for this meeting, guys? I don't have anything.
I have
I
nothing.
had
Mayor.
nothing.
Now I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks for working with us again.
I didn't realize they were coming back this way.
I didn't either.
I watched them on Elm Street.
Yeah, I did